Hi, welcome to the Vitamin Aisle, where we aim to reduce some of the overwhelm and confusion that we can sometimes experience when we're trying to put our own name at the top of the to-do list and find quality vitamins and supplements. My name is Shirley Weir. I'm the founder of Menopause Chicks and your host for this segment. And I'm joined today by Bruce Pollock, who's a natural health advisor at Pure Pharmacy on Marine Drive in West Vancouver. Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Shirley.
And Petra, who's the pharmacist at Pure Pharmacy in West Van. Thank you so much for joining us today. I want to jump right in and learn as much as we can about omega-3s. Okay, omega-3s, or also known as fish oil. What's the first thing that you want women to know about omega-3s and supplementing?
The important part about omega-3s is the EPA and the DHA. The EPA is for inflammation of the body, and the DHA is for cognitive functions and brain.
Okay.
So when we think about inflammation, it's not just joints, it's also inflammation of the arteries. And there was a study done quite a while ago that said the fish oil actually takes the inflammation of the arteries, which drops your chance of heart attack and stroke by 47%.
Oh, wow.
So right there, it's worth taking, but also there's benefits to the joints, the digestion tract, and the rest of the body. Wherever you're inflamed, the fish oil will help. So that's the sort of a big one, especially as we get up to the 40s and 50s and 60s, we start thinking about things like that. The other one is
the
huge.
Sorry, Bruce, but that's huge for women because so many of our conversations are about fear of breast cancer and and now we have this opportunity to really help women put their heart health and their brain health at the top of their to-do list, right?
Absolutely, which also of course lowers high blood pressure because your heart doesn't have to work as hard pumping the blood through the arteries, right? Because the inflammation isn't there. So it helps all around the circulation of the body.
Now, is it possible to get enough omega-3s from our diet?
No. If you ate enough omega-3s to get from your diet, with the toxicity of our fish today, you'd probably glow in the dark.
Oh, okay.
So this is why it's really important to get a really good quality fish oil that's been cleansed really well. And there's a number of them on the market. Okay. Metagenics has a good one. They do 224 checks for heavy metals and toxins. Cytomatrix makes a high potency fish oil liquid. It has no oily feel to it, which I don't like on my tongue when you're doing fish oil, and it tastes really good. Bob's, we've talked about his iron earlier. He also does a fish oil, and it's very good and very high quality.
Okay.
So there's a number of really high quality, well-cleaned fish oils out there that are available. But as I say, the second part to this is the DHA, which is the brain. And they did a study on babies from conception to teenage. And they found that kids who are on fish oils from conception to teenage actually had higher IQs because it's brain food and it feeds the brain. But it also does that as we age. It also feeds the brain and helps the cognitive function going. So those are the two things you think about when you think about fish oils and EPA and DHA, which is the two factors within the fish oil.
That's amazing. So is it like an invisible support system, or do you actually notice a difference? And how long does it take to notice a difference when you're supplementing with omega-3s?
Yes and no. Some people notice it right away. I get people come in and say, wow, my knees feel much better. Some people come in down the road because fish oils takes about 6 weeks to 3 months to actually kick in a steady taking. They're not overnight.
Okay, good to know.
So other people will come in and say, 6 months down the road and just say, wow, my memory is better. My cognitive function is better. And other people just don't notice, because if you're just dealing with interior inflammation of the digestion tract or the arteries, you're not really going to notice that. So it really depends on the person, and that you can say that about any supplement. It really depends on the person whether they'll notice it or not.
Right. And so how do we know when to take it and how much?
Well, from conception to about 2,000 EPA DHA is a good number on a daily basis. And we should just always take it. It's one of those, I'm not a big, everybody should take every supplement kind of person.
Right.
But fish oil is just so important. Also, we need the good oils in the body as well. All our cells are surrounded by oils. So if we don't have the good oils, it's surrounded by the bad oils. And This stops the flow of water in and out of the cells, which means your body is going to think it's dehydrated and it'll hold on to water. If your cells are surrounded by good oils, the water can flow in and out. Now your cells are hydrated, so the body can let go of the excess water. There's also a cleaning process with that as well. So there's a whole benefit, a whole myriad of benefits throughout the whole body for fish oil. It's not just inflammation, it's not just brain. There's a whole benefit to it all over.
That's amazing. Is there anything else that you want women to know before they leave the store?
Just get a really good quality one, make sure it's cleansed really well, and take it daily. Don't stop taking it for a month or two, because then you have to build it up again in your body. So just take it regularly.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. If
You're
you'd like
welcome,
more,
Shirley.
if you'd like more information, you can follow Pure Pharmacy online, as well as you can find me at Menopause Chicks. Stay tuned for more information.